We're back. Welcome one and all. Welcome again to Ed and El Unfiltered. We don't dare wait for a little while, but we're back now, okay? Don't forget, I'm Ed, and that is
L.
And of course, you know now, the whole team don't come back, right? And so, to make all team fine, you know, so we always, and we're at the bar. So we're at the bar, we bartender always there, okay? So Dr. Pepper is back. Say hello. There he is. All right, so anyway, so we don't come back. You know, as we always can say, wait till they say now, not to gospel, right? But just in case you forget, I just remind you, waiting at the whole point of us being here, and the fact say we want to start a conversation. It's always been the primary reason why we're there. Okay? So until then, we all know, Salon with culture, in fact, the African thing and all that, until then, they will know they talk. We all aware of them, but who know we talk. Within a corner, we talk and small. But something they know they change if in a corner with the talker. You understand? So one try for let this talk kind of do small, right? And then slowly, hopefully, the narrative can be changed a little bit or things can shift small. We know so we're not going to change Salono, but in we own small, we want to contribute to that conversation being had in certain places. Okay, now that this one what's in the box. All right. So we get another good one again today, as we always do, right? But usually, you know, we play around a lot now. We get, you know, joke around and get fun one that we all go laugh about. But there's certain things when we go around that are serious. And when I'm not saying anything with something serious to go around, we always want to touch on them because it's important. As we say, we try to do a service. So today, what we start with, instead of the joke and laugh one, I want to do something a little bit serious just because it's kind of relevant right now.
Yeah.
And we look at like, say, this is not something we for talk about. Because basically, if not to you, I should say we all are salon somehow this particular topic don't touch you somehow. If not to you directly, now you brother, now you papa, now you mama, now you cousin, now you paddy, you know that. Okay? So basically, what you want to talk about today now, breaking the silence, okay? Why abuse thrives in secrecy. Okay? So basically, a breakdown it down, waiting what the travel says, but we tell the people in the suffer and because nobody talking.
Yeah.
Right? So people in the way then go slap now us you come you know say nothing. I should say you get paddy way they go some side and boyfriend they go baz he kind of say nothing you can't say I mean I know well everybody the heart I know so tell malaria I get kind rap find it take painkiller you know tell nobody say somebody don't go kick her. You understand? And apart from that, not just the physical so I want to touch on mental too because sometimes they don't want they even worse than the physical. People like can say can that cool when they beat you they don't, but mental one and the emotional abuse it lasts you if you not take time for your whole life.
Exactly. So
one touch on all length in this. That's what this is about, okay? So sit tight. We got plenty for talk about. I'm sure you have a whole bunch for talk about this because we all this thing very relevant to we.
Yeah, I mean, like what you say, you know, first of all, I make it clear again, wait till we talk, now waiting, you know, we own opinion, then no to the gospel and truth. It can be say, no Sunday you to go through, or might go through different things. Like when you talk about the physical, some on the physical side. Some may go the bluff say, oh, my man they touch me, but emotionally they abuse them. So we just want for making understand some parts. And the way you clearly say, now that happening right now, we deceiving people and they die. Fatalities them, you know, because then they hide them. Now we they say what I don't pass Gary. Now you go in and you talk and say, oh, now so be they do. Till you don't reach to this point. So I see even all the, you know, women group their mom and they talk and say, now if I say I know say yes, we inside relationship or marriage or whatever, you want for keep them, you the beer. But that they come out now. You understand? Look like that guy in Ohio as well. Same thing. Imagine, you know, waiting to happen say end up killing wife. This was a, you know, salon we are but you know, the couple. When now they know say, okay, this person have been so, this and the other. At the same time, you see people then, you know, I can always say salon on my heart one. In the sense, you talk to about yourself, you're aggressive. Because a lot of times people are going through a lot. Not so even just something, the financial part of it, but something are waiting and they go through. You know, so definitely we could talk the fun parts about this. We talk about abuse, you know, whether the physical and the emotional part of it. And the way you clearly mentioned early, you know, the way you talk about the, you know, in secrecy, for example. Now, more so, I think, say, because of how we don't do, nobody know how to talk. Or more for beer. You understand? And I can say no two relationships are alike. You know, some can get on good. Some, you know, you get some man, for example, we don't go give the woman the whole thing, but the woman they suffer. But you don't go talk because it a bluff sometimes with big car, big house or whatever. But waiting up inside it tough. More so this then say, oh, just gonna marry, they don't commodity. I mean, this, you know, people there, hey, don't go there, don't commodity, this, that, all that. So instead of them really for speak out, you know, then just to keep her inside. Now, few people when me actually don't see, actually, even on social media, woman, we don't come out and say, we'll be married, but that person has seen an XYZ. And I think so even me talk shop, the interview one long time ago, himself come and explain. And when you see the guy, you don't ever know say even getting tendencies then. So sometimes, all those little things, some can know from the beginning, some now when they can already decide to marry those, or some at the end of the day, then just believe, say, if man not beating or like you. I don't remember if you will be go. I know they beat me, that means they jealous me now.
Yes. Yeah.
So all man get in your way of how some people then grow up not that kind of family day. So now then they tolerate her. And that's why mama be they do me papa, so it's okay. But either way you look at it, turn boy make an way, it's not okay. But the bottom line is of why make it have in secrecy because nobody wants to speak up. The man afraid back Congo, sir. If I can't tell you my business, you go tell this person. Nobody not trust nobody anymore. You understand what I mean? You go tell your mama or papa self. Now for go be a you don't marry, do you this man in there pui or this woman, this, all them things and they really, really go on, only a few. Now they actually they able for walk away. But for me, personally, I can always say I not see that money date or I not see waiting because me and one person will not even like knock. I know they take answer. It happened one time and I'm pretty sure because he's a fan of the show, probably watch it and takes it always say you get in life. It only took that one. For me, it was like, okay, so don't begin and so that means you get the tendency. I actually forgive. Thinking is the first time. But they say you don't do I want to do him again. And it happened the second time.
Oh, really?
It'll be easy. Me, karate move so come what I did. I see this at the fete at the bout now so today. He says, look, I don't want to see a like that. Oh, I was heated. Because the other one, the first one, I was I'm mouthy. So I'm saying that we can cause the problem there. But they can always say, they can teach you, say, knock the wall or walk away. Yeah, I'm about to tell you, me once you can go over, but still, it's still no warrants, for example. So, maybe able for left, regardless of how it was. I was able to do it because I realized, say, this, me not in order for sets at some point. Not like I'm rude like that, but sometimes I get for speak up for myself. So it looks as I get for continue. So I forgive, I forgot the relationship. Like as much as I loved them at the time, it was like now I can't deal because I just knew me, Ellen Kista, somebody's gonna die one day. Because of how it happened. First I was with two, let it go. Second one now, that's street. It's like people then did. Hey, imagine. It was like years ago. But I was able to. But get people that way they come and tell you, but they're not able left. You understand what I mean? Like I said, past it get to the point where, so we see ourselves even in movies. They get black eyes so they wear glasses. They hide them. They go like say we for a step and everything else. Is it poverty? We don't know. Is it love? We don't know. Whatever it is, or not because I feel like for say you just might fail. Whatever it is, we don't know. But I mean, going back to you, even growing up, you never one day, mistake pattern.
Me?
I'm asking. I'm just curious. Absolutely. Because I feel like there's a beast in every man.
No. Absolutely. Listen, man.
It's just people control it.
I have never in my life slapped and play safe. I don't do that. You understand? Me picking. I know one day bitter. We they talk no more. You understand? Because there's all kinds of consequences for crap what you do. You understand? I will take stuff from you. You understand? I will deprive you of that. If you don't want to do that, okay, well, I'll take this until you want to listen. You understand? I have me and one person. I think it's the weakest thing any man they do for beat woman. You understand? Because I think the woman almost obviously 10 exception and day two the woman want to we go get the woman when they abuse physically because you get some man the way the woman's going past and you understand. But most of the time not the other way. You understand? If you want for fet, why you go fet? You come be man. You understand? Why don't you walk away? Listen, I have been in situations where if me not been beat man, trust me, I don't drag that girl. You understand? I don't get in a situation where, because we're talking about this, I cannot get too detailed because, that's behind me now and, whatever. You understand? But I was with somebody one time where even where you just sleep, that's how troublesome this girl been done. Even where you just sleep, if she has something to talk about, it can wake me for let talk. That's how annoying she was. If you did a shower, she will draw the shower curtain for let talk. So if you're not a man, we imagine the provocation. Yes. If you're not a person where able to control yourself, you go knock. I will be on the phone. I will call You understand? I get party there, I go call it in. So they'll be like, okay, you know what, get out of the house. You know what, I'll stay on the phone, get out of the house. You understand? Because that's the best thing to do. Because I think, say, at not to bone, it will reach a point where you might say, you know what, this don't pass mark, I don't care now. You understand? But I have always controlled. So I know say it can be done. You understand? So for guys out there, man, why? You understand? I don't think this because me don't hear man the way they talk about this. I picking a guy make so this, but why don't pattern and they don't this and I lock him up. I know women can be very annoying, extremely annoying, and then they choke because they poke you onto because they want a reaction. You know, I they lock me out.
No,
you understand? I know they talk nothing. I will walk away from it. You understand? But honestly, even with that, okay, the physical side. But me, I think my own concern really, although the physical leads to death and things like what's up in Salonia where we have now, where there's a couple of high profile one the way that happen where people don't die. Which obviously the physical, but me, I think I am more worried about even the emotional, the mental one.
Yeah,
you understand?
The mental one is,
because again, I still think it's a sign of weakness on the men that do that as well.
It is a weakness.
Because that's their own control thing. How they go tell you, because obviously the main thing with them is trying to let you feel as if without them, you're not able to survive again.
That's it.
Right?
That's it.
Then take all that femininity from you and all you take all that power and just say, well, you know what, without me, you're nothing. You know what, nothing, nobody wants you. Now, me, nobody manager and this. Then you feel worthless now. You look at it and say, well, I'm stuck here. So I like them you're not going to the beer because you're like, you know what, well, nobody else don't want me anyway because I'm ugly, because of this. Now, no more wants me. I know what they save me. You understand all that stuff. And I think even that is sign of weakness, because if you love a woman and you're with them, you want to empower them. Because for me, I see my girl as my partner, not to me, subordinate or some kind of something we get for, what I mean, succumb to me and me be the boss and this, that. If you have a good woman, man, and woman, they must stand them, what I mean, if you give them the right kind of waiting, man, they're cool. Yes, you get the one that can guys bad, but regardless of what you do, then will come make goodness by you, make ala. But guess what?
But it depends. No, not just saying like I can't read it. Like for me, a situation, for example, like somebody could think, oh yes, Matthew, I'll tell you. No, it wasn't that. Me not possibly just not like advantage. You understand? And I'm not they were like, I wasn't really like in his face like that. So of course I just speak up.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I'm really cool. I'm like one of the coolest.
How you get out? And not justify him raising his hand. Absolutely not.
No, but
that side would be more. Who that measure? Who that measure? I let you know if it wasn't that bad.
Me, like it wasn't that bad at all. Now I can't sit in there.
Okay.
I think I even do something, and I'm like, okay, something. Of course, I just speak my mind or whatever. And he was a little mouthy as well, so I see flings on one or two lines. So for me, it's more like, you don't do this that you want to take advantage.
Right.
He was tall, like it's like years ago. I was like, okay. Yeah, maybe I did go in his face a little bit. But I didn't do anything. Yeah. But it was more like
I dare you,
I dare you. I dare you, right? I never did that. It was more like, fine.
Fisherman is in fish pool. More details.
Fisherman, elaborate. I beg, pause, hold that thought. Yes. What's in there happen? Fisherman, not the.
No, they say in fish pool. Normally, if you possibly don't do something, you do on the wrong path. We get people the way they play victim game. I know they try for say in your own case so. But
okay.
Carry on, because of carry on, sir. Go ahead.
Okay, well, mostly me. First time people like say, if you like how you act one thing, in not the boil water. Okay, abuse thriving in silence. For example, now like when you sit on a 3-hour traffic, then you try for pretend say nothing will happen. My friend, you've been stuck up. So at the end of the day, you get for face the problem. So most of the time, both parties abuse they take place in different form. So by the end of the day, we will see how this conversation they continue. Me I not get up part talk.
Not so Daniel. You say balance the talk. Now me they pan talk me talking there so you can't just wait fisherman waiting.
You see yourself inside the talk.
So in other words, the driver say
because I really not been doing anything for warrant time. But waiting the way you talk about.
He went for you there.
No, you talk about being annoying and stuff. I'm like, yeah, sometimes you push us as well. But I don't, you still not warrant or whatever it is. But I think that just habits for him. You don't use like we say some people they one guy talk to a guy pack and slap. No, it's an ego thing. Like, oh my God. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, even to this day, I can tell you lost a good woman, and he knows that.
Absolutely.
and he's still unhappy. And he still realized, like, I did, I messed up, and there's no coming back from that, because, like I say, if not be happened the second time, I did forgive, So I'll go understand we make some people then, because certain situation, you look at, like, say, one day do and we see do and yes, something and me, you actually begin feel like, for say, oh, maybe not me or something, whatever. But then when it happened the second time, I'm like, oh, it's becoming a habit. So that means I got to continue. And right then, for me, it was hard, because this is somebody I really wanted to be with. But it was hard. But I remember myself, and I know the kind of temper myself gets as well. I don't want that situation. They will one day. I know say yes, it will beat me any kind of way. But sometimes, it is what it is. Like you say, with that devil, don't gap, it don't gap. So because I know the kind of person I be, I just say, I left, because I just know say not going to stop. So man then back, of course, then luckily, both, fed, what is a whole they enjoy when they talk, when they explain.
Yes.
So sometimes, the man is just to do it because they feel saying that they just so much to beat it, defend.
Yeah.
They will then beat them, like you say, make up sex, all that stuff. Some women, they enjoy it. And they just feel like, for say, that's the right way. I think I talked earlier for say, if you don't get to the point where they go, people they talk say, me man, he beats me, boyfriend, he beats me. I mean, say, they jealous, not like you. Also, all them thoughts and they come out. It's the upbringing. So I think now, I'm glad the way a lot of now mental health awareness and all that stuff it's it become big, and I let people that really know say all international not normal. But the one way worse, the question is not even just the physical, not that emotional one. And you just see people them educated, fine still, but you allow the man for make you feel like for say you're nobody.
Yeah.
Lose all
your confidence and all that.
All man gets in flaws. You understand? So if you notice, that one game flaw, that man go take. We just see bad thing, so that go take you. So each his own. All man gets, it's I mean. Sometimes waiting you go take, me not go take him. But it a really a lot of people, they emotional people. You tell themselves, I let them find. You tell themselves they war, and then more if they they're insecure about themselves. And men do that. And I'm glad you talk, say, for me, it's a sign of weakness. Because you decide for just belittle the person that you call on the UF. Then you want to post with Sunday on the way, same kind of count, and go church. But I also you talk to her anyhow, treat her anyhow, feel say, without you, there's no her kind of thing.
Yeah.
That day, I think I had the worst one. Where you see some woman, they're not able to do for themselves. Like, that's why we see people. I think it's so funny, behind the scenes, like what they talk about, we see people now, they look so old. That's what it is. It's just the stress, the trauma. But guess what? Nobody wants to talk about it. Because one, they don't post story, especially social media people. They don't post story like all is so well. You'd admire me right now with my boyfriend. Oh, nice couple. How do I tell you I am suffering? See where the problem is? How do I say it? So I'm just going to pretend, like I said earlier, wait till I will tell me, mama, see. Your mama ain't going to tell you, yeah, phobia. But then begin then inside it. The way then we begin death now, we begin the try for act, and it can always be too late. Big up to all the one that we actually able to work out, even after kids. They feel like, and man, when I thought, like say, the what you say, the knack. Belts, kickbox, today, all that kind of story, then they, for what? It is a sign of weakness. I'm sorry.
Absolutely. And so the one thing I want to touch on, that side where you talk about the background, the upbringing.
Yeah.
In as much as yes, I agree with that, but I don't subscribe to that though. In so many ways, because I think you can see. Say, listen, we all don't in a background the way teen and don't happen. The way you grow up, you say, you know what? Well, I'm not going to be that. You understand? So me, I not agree with, because trust me. Me not being I didn't have a glamorous background. Yes, on the streets, yes, because it's happened here. I was popular in school and blah blah all that stuff. But I had a very humble background, as in my home and stuff. You understand? I didn't come from money and all of that stuff. You understand? So there was stuff thing that they would be in the day. I can't say because certain thing that they would be happening there where I see that's what I'm going to be. You understand? You strive for saying, well, I'm going to be better than that.
Right.
You understand? So I think, especially sometimes you see, so this is not even like illiteracy and exposure. You just see educated guys.
Right.
We're exposed and all that stuff. And then they drag the woman into it. I'm like, dude, why do you do that? You know what I mean? So for me, it's beyond. And now one thing, I remember there was one time, funny story. T-Boy come holiday. This past December actually. He come holiday. We didn't host to sit down Naviana to the mammy there. Then right over the fence, this guy and in girl they make plan. You know, so then they cost first number. So he just sit on, they didn't phone, not they pay attention to whatever. And then he pam. Then there was this slap. He look over, he see this guy like really they on like the girl in a gun, this guy they stamper. You understand? T-Boy. I see.
Imagine T-Boy.
I said America is come on with speed. He run go by now the guy go first. Pass away, mommy go there. You not for wait. Nobody if you see we take charge. But this is wrong. You can't do this. Pastor then call and say, hey, this is not salon.
Wait, but you see what they say.
But because the thing is, you know what's happening? Where that's the happen, people and when they around, most times you see, then they even say, them picking and so then turn.
Yeah.
So people look at like say it's normal.
It's normal. That's what I'm saying.
You understand? Yeah, them picking and so forget and slap. Them picking and like man, I walk go down. They justifying why this guy they slap this guy. Nobody we go say we not saying this is wrong. Like seriously, because I believe say I'm not going for assassin, I'm not going to curse you, I'm not going to beat you, right? So the best thing is, and especially if we just depend on funny boyfriend girlfriend business, there's really nobody not invested in any team and that thing. I leave. You understand it? And so then now we will come back then big. Oh, well, you know, I saw you were a big. Now this not be happy. Mommy, I know do I again is that me?
Oh no, the big they happen.
Most times I'm like, I'm done.
No, like I said, even with me, the big they got me the first time. You know, old man, they got me the first time. It's like okay, but funny enough, I can even say the number I get now. Now during the time I changed my number. Oh, yeah. Because I was so angry. I'm like, okay, you know, so now like wait, WhatsApp they anything and they, you know. So I even changed my number because I'd be say, okay, let enable reach me at all. But of course, one or two close people were able to get me because I already took his number. So I even changed number, everything. Try to, you know, run away from the situation. By the time I jam, I don't call my own to, hey, this, that, hey, after, hey. I let it go. I had a deep conversation. I'm like, you know, I even trying to say, continue for that, somebody's going to die. Yeah. You know, we joked about it, you know, apologize. I really, really bought it. Mm-hmm. I'm like, okay, now you know, next one. Like literally like how they say so. Now on our streets with it now. Over some silly, funny, provoking thing, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Imagine. The one I host, it's ashamed by myself, like people them did, you know, we know what they did. They might just like people then they. It was even worse. Mm-hmm. Like, are you serious? Like, even if it was that bad, wait till we get in the car.
Right. Wait
till we get home. Bad logo fit, you know. So right then. So after that was it. Because the way you clearly talk, it starts from that one small slap, go to box, go to belts, go to drag. Then by the time remember you just sucked in there because the years they go or the months they go and you feel like, oh, I don't want to start over again because people are just scared. You know, starting all over again might be hard. Or you're afraid for say, oh, look, I don't change man. This and that. These are all the little things. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm sorry, nobody not a wish for say one for the change man. But if you don't do right by me, I'm gonna leave and find the next person. But people, you get people that we just. It's a taboo thing. Like, we don't get this woman. Ain't nobody know me for. Mm-hmm. Doesn't make you innocent more than I am.
Like, we man not forget.
I don't look at you special. And then look at like, yeah, exactly. We man not forget. So, hey, this woman not married. Don't get married. Don't see nobody not married. Yeah. Now I make every day for they look at me and make me feel small. Yeah. I make every day for they look at me and basically tell me I'm ugly. Yeah. Every day look at me and say, look at you feel bad. No man don't want you for what? Yeah. Well, if you look, sometimes me said they bring me a half can at the table. So it's not like you're totally taking care of me, for example. I'm bringing my half to the table, but just because you know you want to get me stuck in this cocoon, you know what I mean, for move, so you already make her feel this kind of way of myself, and that did happen most times. Then you start to believe it that nobody wants me, nobody can accept me. You know, this is my own small bad trick. All human beings get bad trick. Mm-hmm. We all do. You understand? And everything else. Mm-hmm. So a lot of times that's what it is, and I know we need to come away from this waiting people then go say. Now the bottom, waiting people then go say, look, you comping. Instead of married to the BRD. Mm-hmm. Look, you that go married you. We need to come away from that. No, we're not need for tell you now. Like we say, now people then they die. Yep. You understand? And it can go both ways as well. Meaning, women have the emotionally abused man and the effects man. Mm-hmm. The woman that say beats man. So you actually get some man in back way. No matter what woman do and say, it will tell you say I would rather die than ever touch woman. Mm-hmm. Then women, you tend to take advantage as well. So I think it's both ways. But the bottom line is abuse. I think it's an African thing. you know, it tell me. But America said it happened
Well,
because
I was
what
just
they
gonna
see.
say, yeah.
Because you know, saying that make now even Maryland they change the law. Like if you have like a domestic case or whatever, you know, say normally we market don't big, then they go pull on a court. But once you don't call 911, for example, the state is gonna prosecute it because they feel like for say this is what happens. They go big, you go back together, and they don't see a lot of fatalities. People they kind of shoot, you know, and everything else. So now it's like the minute you call 911, just no say that person there, you cannot, you know, retrieve it or what's not.
Yeah.
So it happened all over. But at the end of the day, I think it has to do with a lot of insecurities. You know, woman, you will get man. Would you die if you not get man? But me, I know so man debate between us, you don't do. You know, if not, don't go to self, I would think small. I'm just kidding.
But like this is not the thing. I make
because
like
that's what people say. I'd rather cry in a G-Wagon than cry for taxi.
Yeah.
The G-Wagon, so when the car said, that's going to happen. You know, but I don't think say like Dangote. So I go think about remember the money side. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, now, like what they say, the soup sweet but so white Maggie. Because like when people like someone he prefer for day in a situation where they feel very uncomfortable, but when it comes to the outside, they act like for everything, glitter, glamour. So
basically a white Maggie.
So-
I make you get that taste there. So now white Maggie make you get that taste. So now not a real taste.
Not a real taste.
So not for sabi
Not
kuku.
so sabi.
Now the Maggie.
Yeah, the soup sweet, but so white Maggie.
Hey man, hey listen, me I don't know. So until now say yeah, really, wow. All right, but you know what? Let's take a break and we'll be right back. Welcome back. Excuse me. So before we go on the break just now, obviously we're going to talk about breaking the silence, okay? Why abuse thrives in secrecy. Obviously, we don't break and don't, you know, Elle really passionate about this. You don't go on about her as well. And obviously, I am as well because I think, as I say, I think from a guy's point of view, I think it's the weakest thing man will do. Where you go beat your girl, man. You should not do that. Walk away from it. Woman, them plenty. Woman, boku pass man in this world. So really, and I think one thing where I always can say, I know the same thing. You know, so we talk about some way how man or woman is stuck now, one and think say, now this I don't fail now. So waiting a lot of the time until you leave. Now you realize, in fact, in a better situation you go.
Yeah.
Sometimes because the one way you think, say now you're safe. And it seemed convenient for you, so you did it. Even though you know it's you, the manager. No more. Sometimes when you leave, not for afraid. You understand? You want the way they pray self in church is going to say, God, we want to give you other things. You want to you are to take for so that He can give you something. If your hand is full already, you're not going to get other things. So not afraid for commodity. Abuse is not good on any level. You understand? And people for talk. You have to talk about this. Not suffer this thing in silence. You don't need the BRM and this. You know what? Especially sometimes they half bobo and we not get nothing safe.
I'm telling you.
Then you see them they beat people picking in their streets. I'm like, what is wrong with you? You can't even look after yourself. You don't go beat people picking. Like what? You understand?
Right.
One thing on the way, me mama timid. You don't go call police for people business. Same thing like Andy. One brother in there with neighborhood they beating girlfriend. That day they beat and say, imagine it take knife, it choke the girl. That's how bad it was. It choked the girl with knife. Me mama now Congo cause police straight to go. Because it been passed like it was bad. But guess what? That very girl, me don't hear him, they tell him paddy them. But how then they love me, oh, this is that way he makes so now because they jealous too much. Then they paddy the chance and too big, but you too and bog now they laugh. Like it's fun, and she was there.
Yeah, because of Namik, where you they talk say, think the upbringing part of it. Because me selling of a situation where because of it grew up where in papa they beats him mama all the time, it's okay. Like it's okay. Elena so me, papa do mama they take out my wife now. So you get for beer now because they jealous me now because of this, because of that. So instead, maybe now in our 40s, maybe I think say you don't realize now say nah. And I think with exposure being in America and they see how now it can lead to death and all that, I think don't realize now say no, I was going through a lot. But for her it was normal. It was okay. Wow. You know, who dare you for go talk say don't beat you left arm. The relationship point when they get my talk and because he said no, it's more like oh no, not me. You know, then, stuff like that. Because that's so in grow up. It's normal. You understand? So not to all man like you, like we're able to say, for change things. You know, and look, you see clearly more we the team the people, all them people, and they will just be they jealous me. Like imagine you the fet for like you man beats you because that party there because you're supposed to go down bluff. Okay, like me.
Yeah.
So you will get a good relationship where you man they touch you, will not believe in physical abuse or emotional abuse and all that. You understand what I mean? Because of that, it's more like at the beginning they go chuk man now for sin out something. We see a bit time because they not like me. So you see how the tricks are played. By the end of the day, no, not about lack or anything like that. Abuse is abuse. But the sad part about all of this, a lot of times when we hear the stories of the ones that really are the abusers, these are people, when you see them out in the streets, they're so cool, calm, and calculated. So the point where sometimes if you don't really get some kind of evidence, you believe they didn't do it. So saying them and the way you rough off, because we don't make decision based on that, like, I don't know, because I don't need to be too man. That's not the subtle one there. But especially most of these men, we say wear suits and look at the situation with that picking. This Bob apparently was an advocate for people. So I'm not really believe and they talk to you
for what?
For the youths and stuff like that. Now, me not even follow up the post because I was just so angry. But apparently this is a subtle guy that nobody really expected. Yeah, at the end of the day, guess what? You hear people that talk say, not been jealousy because he catch other man buy tickets overseas, whatever the story is, so you get people that still be justifying not just because you're jealous. And only for you, maybe I can say, oh, he has been doing it. And apparently, don't say, one day, party and until and say, if you're not coming to one day, you go down.
Right.
And the sad part, you would tolerate this and feel say normal. Would they see how the country they go now? We die today. Tomorrow we didn't ask Scarlet, we didn't dance.
Yeah.
Would they go, I remember I was there. Would they didn't go enjoy. Life goes on. Nobody not get time.
Yeah.
So if you feel so, people will carry over, people will miss you, it will be that day. Now, story no more, like how this is going to be explained. So you, in their way, feel say, no, I'm sorry, boo. If you die, may your soul rest in peace. Peace out. We will be so we'll meet again. We life they don't go on.
Yeah.
So do not allow it. And not listen to people. Like you always say, some people, the way they take, now they say not take. I feel like I say if you change is good sometimes. You say something. If we go down and give you something good, it pull you out in the hand first, it gives you something good. Some people don't believe in that. It's okay, I understand. But that not mean say back where I come out from an abusive relationship and
You
go to
still
other
get
one,
for
me say me not worry God.
Oh, of course.
Keep man.
Yeah.
We say, come, my neighbor be yourself. You understand? Whatever it is.
Yeah.
It don't mean. You understand? Now your happiness matter, your peace of mind. Like I say, any way you depend. It means you lose that peace of mind. That's it. Why are you there? Okay, maybe, you say because of the kids. You feel so picking and all they see, everything that happen. But the fact that it affects him too much.
Right.
And that's the part they don't get as well. Everything they see, and it affects it, like this situation.
Yeah.
We've had those conversations with this particular friend. Yeah. Ellen, well, Papa, blah, 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 without saying the name. Blah, 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 blah. So, exactly, that's why you begin to my back, it become that. Yeah. So you're not staying there because of the kids, you're making it worse for them. Mentally, they messed up.
You're messing up the kids.
So even in school, that's why if you notice, even kids in school, more than the way they go them private school, them, mixed education schools, they're violent towards women. They have no respect for women. Because the dad is the same way at home. Why? Because of what? I know my risk got 2 months. Because of the same thing. This was not physical, but just the emotional, the rudeness, the this and that. I remember she said to me, she's like, Me, I tell her, it's not 6 months, if not, in 2 months. He knows the story.
2 months.
I went to the wedding.
So when they were dating, it not being the show?
Well, apparently they were together, they broke up, then come back, they decided for okay, we don't know when we're younger. So not say people they change all the time. I think they rushed into getting married. So I don't think say you don't see this other side, the aggressive side. So mentally, I don't know if the guy would go through a lot where he become this aggressive, but she said he wasn't like that. But more so, he became really aggressive. 2 months. And this person, like in third marriage, he tell me straight up, I don't give a shit what people say.
But this is not the thing.
He said I was traumatized. He said the guy took one, he said the shake. He said like big woman away with money and everything. Not for say need the man or anything, for say it was, But because he know what he wants, but then sometimes you say because she can handle her business. So to other hand, maybe the neighbor handle the business so they stay in there. But 2 months. All of us say I feel 6 months. I 90 counts now from this one. If I don't you It's from this one. He said I was done. He said I can't start afraid. Allah, this, that, the same thing. More like, like with all what you got, nobody wants you. Like me kind of thing. And, she's in a better space now. Does she care? But in not all man so I can always not all man like me. We really, you guys know, I don't give a flying F what y'all think. Whatever makes me happy is what I'm going to do. Call me, this is the change. But since I'm happy pass you did pass so far. I mean, anybody, I can always say, if I pass on he say that, no see this so far. I'm going to go put you stand. Don't say, maybe I tell, at least I'm free, so go look at you. But a lot of times I think that's what it is. We should be able to be ourselves and put happiness first, our peace of mind, and do not care. Nobody really cares. Like I always say, the streets always forget. Nobody really cares about you deep down, what you're going through.
Nope.
Because if you watch, the same one there where they tell you, say, hey, not go there, left there, this and that. Where you actually left and you go to a new one, now then back the back. So we wishy-washy.
Of course.
So when you realize about human beings, like, and then just they follow suit, they say don't care.
Yep.
But majority is more about waiting people then go see. No man, no wants me. I want no man, no wants you. That's the emotional part of it. The beat and not the physical part of it. You see what I mean? And we hear it. Fatality, man. People that die. We know of a lot of stories.
And I think it's funny because really waiting people and they think now it will be the least of your worries. Because now you even your family members know waiting there. So the thing about the emotion and the happiness now or sadness, all pain and all that stuff, regardless of how much I explain to you how much pain or how happy I am, and also you can never really know how I feel. You understand? No matter how you explain that, because most times you cannot really explain it, and plus you're not going to feel it for you. So now you did it, now you they feel you pain. So don't wait somebody can say, oh, Biabo, you say if you don't did it now, man, that's for fun, or this that for the picking them for the this that. It's not helping. You understand? Because at the end of the day, if you did it, and this is the thing. Remember, I think it was yesterday we talk about this selfishness and stuff in human beings. Man, self-preservation and the first law and for be mortal, man. You get for able to look after yourself before you look at even the picking there. If you're not happy, you don't have that peace of mind, that you're not in a good state, you cannot even look after the kids. You understand? Because I don't see it in a way abusive wife, she cannot function. You understand? Because mentally you didn't at the state then the way the picking and say, like that kind of love we forgive. You not get them, the picking and go play you like you're not in the mood. You picking and do this, do and also that the picking wants. You understand? So why you have to put them through that and the picking and then they either slap you or the car with the black eye or they cry and like, it's not good. Get out. Right. And then after one they will get a small boyfriend and no more way they knock this that. Trust me. I'm happy where Italic say now the Lord now see like female lawyers especially they lead that in the way. Set up thing now where you can go report, you can do this. Please use that. Not for user. You understand? We need for that culture needs to stop. Of where man and think say okay, or woman and think say okay for knock the other person. Me and a person not believe in that. You understand? Like for SU and you knock, you should never do that. You understand? You should listen. True story. When I was younger, you understand? Me and a person are good with a temper. You know, believe me and a person as calm as I am now. Growing up when I was like probably in 10, 11 years, at one point there I've been the stomach small. So then I've been kind of get this thing. I was really, really wild. Right, anytime that they had those primary, I wild say at the commercial school car, don't fetch me, pockets share me, this, that, like constantly.
Really?
Oh yes. You know they be listening at me this. Like when I say boss you ate and this, that was common for me. Me papa say you go kill yourself. But he said, "Na me born you." So that day, I dey pull and pay you. You understand? And me that in a teacher, so he like strict and this that. He makes sure that day they be me. I remember there was one particular time. I still remember the last time where I ever get into that crap. I did Edwards. I come out school camp. Because 19 where I can come out school camp. 19 pull me uniform on me for can clip wasa and this that. He cannot see the dust and the waiting rubbish. You know say I don't go do something. But he's on chair. He tell daddy go kind spank me. This day particular day. I don't come out school camp, this, that, same thing, same fet business at school. Now, we not school, they provoke, this, that. Maybe get this temper, so me not able to take the provoke. As they provoke me, I slap and then the fet sonka. So, can't this turn out, this, that, mommy can't. Well, daddy can't tell her, daddy can't in the evening, she don't eat, mommy can't. Obviously, she don't have mommy the gang, they go down of the way. Junior, see there, now so take come out school back, this, that, listen, I think say fet back because uniform, now this and this and this. I sit down inside the hear the complaint. I wait for later. Daddy say, Junior, get the way he can call me. And I say, oh crap, I'm gonna get my ass kicked now. You understand? He not say nothing. I'm sitting there, so like I'm sweating. I'm sitting, jeez, that he can't get me because me power me sabi for bit. Nothing happened. He didn't call, he didn't say anything. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh shit. Okay, nothing. I'm like, okay. Hey, Sonte is in a good mood. Done with Andy. Next day, sleep, wake, go school. Nothing. Where are the adults? My papa had been member of the board. You understand? Board of director, board of whatever, didn't get anything. He was there. So I remember I was in class 5. So I was probably then 8, 9 years old, maybe 10. Now I just sit down in a class. 9 then can call me class teacher. He go for a little while. Me still later, picking and out the hamburger with the la flap. Next thing the teacher can inside my dad. Papa de bien. And what's saying was like me body down straight. So I'm like the world stop. Like all thing. I'm like, waiting me papa they do ya. Right. You understand? You know if you caught to me saying that fet business.
Oh,
so he came in front of the class now. He like, hello, this is the teacher sit down first. Give me papa the podium. Next man and that teacher. So he taking time first for a lady case. Mm-hmm. This, that, picking on and saying I can't school now this for you. If you don't do that, you end up in jail, you go you go die, you go turn criminal, he explain all this thing. You see your friend here, Edward? Stand up. Edward wants to be a gangster. He wants to yes, they listen, they this, I mean papa asked for cane.
Oh Lord.
In front of my class. He flagged me from the class. So the embarrassment now, the pain now, from that day, you understand? In as much as yes, that pained me a lot. We say I don't forget, but trust me, that kind of shaped who I am right now. It got to me temper. From that day, I have never, imagine like this is like 9, 10 years, I've never raised my hand to anybody else. Wait a minute, happen while I did school, where I get really angry, I cry. You understand? I'll go to a corner and then I'll cry. So what happened? It was me, I've been cry baby. Yeah. When I get pissed off and go sit down sometimes, and I'll cry. Then I get provoked again for cry. Then as I grew older, I can't cry anymore. But then I don't learn to control myself now. So when stuff happens,
what do you do though? Like just for somebody, maybe we're just not able for controlling stuff. What do you do when you're in that?
I just walk away from it. That's the thing. Like now, because I think I don't use sound so much. That's like my default mode now. You understand? When something bothers me, I just get quiet and I walk away from it.
Okay.
You know, I can do that easily because you realize a lot of the time, really, when you walk away, breeze blow you, you don't even feel as hurt as you did 5 minutes ago. You understand? So if you allow yourself, even the same thing with even when you get text messages. You understand? Sometimes you get a text message, somebody responds to you, and you're like, ugh. You understand? But if you put that phone down, maybe you go work at your car. When you read them back, it doesn't even look as bad as that first thing.
Right.
You understand? So a lot of the time, just that first thing, we feel this time, we're like, eh. You understand? But trust me. So that's how these things are. So you get for land somehow. Find a way, man, to get away from this thing. For knock person and this that, it doesn't fly.
No, it doesn't, and I agree with you because like you say, certain thing that we can just get that quick reaction, but then like what you say, when you actually take time, you sigh, you breathe, then you realize, okay, I can handle it better, because like I said, a man gets in own form of one matter or what's not, but at the same time, you woman as well, not do too much, know when to stop, because clearly you're right. Sometimes man not turn so, but you really go push on to the point. So not do too much, not take advantage, knowing. Say this man has so say don't talk as I know ever this and not ever that. What you do, and not to make you allow me to take advantage of you. No. You need for able for get you your own voice. But not push them out too much to the point. Even I would say I still not agree, make you should appoint it, like let man do one. But we say out of bone, we're all human beings. I mean I'm and things like that. So even with you, and also I understand sometimes you don't get possible to talk to, because that's another thing. Oh, who do I go talk to? We're not going to put me business now, do this and that. But that's why we have God as well. I can always say, God, I don't possibly say because you don't get very. You talk, listen to music, do something that really calms you down. Go like now with YouTube, everything else. You can go there online now. They even have free sites or whatever if you're looking for somebody to talk. Because sometimes when you do talk about it, it kind of just they help. And also not feel, some type of way for feel say you're not woman enough or, whatever it is. Don't let the people fool you. Like you say, woman, take away you tire, but take them because maybe even if not love self at some point, when that man ready for left you, they left you. After they don't know with you, don't book all you parts there, he's going to leave. So put yourself first. Self-preservation, put yourself first. It's about you and what you want. But I don't think for taking anyhow, anyway. It's not, especially the emotional part of it. Just try to, like I said, just not feel, not allow any other human being, whether it be Padina or your sister or your mama or your papa, make you feel otherwise. because that, you know, then they affect you in so many ways that what can you really do? Like we see, sometimes that's why women maybe take it to their kids with their temper, you know. I mean, we also like, oh man, they go through, you know, mental health problems because of all these hidden things. But most importantly, not stay there because of, they say, I know I feel change.
Very
change
true.
is good.
True. All right, so you know what? Let's just get our last words in, and so
I think I've said my last word. I've advised.
Is
you know,
it? You're done?
Like yeah, you know.
Dr. Pepper, what's your last word?
Well, me I believe say fall no dey for cover and kaka. If you like how you do say that sense, it must come on a do.
Okay, so now the saint.
Yes.
Okay.
Just tell like we relate to abuse. No matter how you do somebody say one day. The truth to get way they reveal itself. They not forgot to Tranga water now in the broke pots.
What?
Huh?
Tranga water.
Water they with Tranga?
Yes.
Enough
When they come, that water when they come with force.
Now in the broke pot.
In the broke pot. But in the broke fence.
Okay, so not so possible.
Not so possible.
Well, hey, you heard him already. So, El, you say you're done, right? You've given your last word?
Even if I say something, say this one is now, so bye-bye. I didn't say nothing.
All right, just for wrap up, I think I'll just touch on very briefly again on the same thing, but really, let we talk, okay? I think that's the main thing. If you're in a situation, we know somehow, you know, something they happen. And most times, that first one, now they begin. Yeah. You understand? Sometimes men were like kids, would test the envelope, see what we can get away with. You understand? So a liquid at once and they tell you take, and the next thing is going to be harder than the first one. No. You understand? And then slowly it becomes a pattern, and then you're stuck in it now. You don't know how to come out because you don't invest so much of yourself into that thing now. Then you're like waiting. So I beg, let we not sit on there. You understand? Do you paddy them and this not begin, not encourage. If anyone tell authorities or waiting, but you they see you paddy saving life.
Right.
You understand? If you see, you notice, say in the car, you get this. Talk to somebody else. Tell him mama. Tell him uncle. Tell somebody. Say me. I'm not sure. You understand? Eh? John, Mary, whoever na the person in name waiting. Tell like say something they won't go with for check. Intervene. You understand? Intervention and did something and then they save their life. So let's do that. Okay. Other than that, hey, love yourself and love each other. Peace.